welcome back to my channel, The Baking Diva, and a big thank you to all my new subscribers. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Well, it's 10 more days to St. Patrick's Day, and I did promise you that I'd have a few more St. Patrick's Day recipes for you. But for those of you that are new and don't know who the cameraman is, who stays behind the camera, it's my hubby. Cameraman, say hello to all my subscribers.
Mille faccia.
What? What?
1,000 welcomes.
Oh, I guess you must have figured out by now he's Irish. Okay, well, thank you, cameraman.
You're welcome, Diva girl.
All right, and you all know by now that in 10 days is my grandson Jake's 16th birthday. I cannot believe he's going to be 16. And like I told you before, he's going to be driving. He's going to have his driver's permit. But he is going to driving school, so that will be good for him. I told him, I'm not getting in the car with you until you know what you're doing. But I just can't believe it. I was in the hospital room with him when he was born, and they brought him that little green hat, and they came around with the, what was that, the snack cart, and they had Irish soda bread on it. Oh, it was just such an exciting day. We gave him a teddy bear with shamrocks on it, and of course his grandpa, the Irishman, couldn't have been more thrilled, right, cameraman?
Right.
To have his grandson born on St. Patrick's Day. Woo! So anyway, enough jibber-jabbering. We're going to get started. Today, I'm going to make for you a baked, and that's the key here, it's a baked chocolate chip mint donut. Well, more than one donut. I guess I should say a baked chocolate chip mint donuts. And I like the baked donuts because they're so easy to make and they're more healthy than the fried ones. So, I think we're going to get started. First thing you have to do is preheat your oven to 425 degrees, which I've already done. Next, you're going to need a donut pan. And this is the donut pan I have. I think I ordered it from Amazon and it wasn't expensive at all. I think I got it a year or two ago. And I really love it. So what you want to do is, this is a 6-well donut pan. I think this recipe might yield about 12 donuts. We'll see. And you want to grease your donut pan. So I'm going to use my pan here, and I'm going to grease all these wells so my donuts don't stick. There we go. Alrighty. I'll put that aside for now. And I'm going to take a large bowl. And in my large bowl, I've already pre-measured everything. I'm going to put in 2 cups of flour. This is all-purpose flour. I'm going to put in 3/4 of a cup of sugar, putting all my dry ingredients in first. I'll put in next a 1/2 cup of the mini chocolate morsels. This is the mini semi-sweet chocolate morsels. Next, I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I will put the recipe in the description box below for you. And we need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You don't need a mixer for this. Just take a spoon or your spatula, and you're going to blend everything in the bowl together. So this is going to be nice when you see how I've decorated these at the end. I think you'll all be saying, Happy St. Patrick's Day, where's my donut? My son's coming over for dinner tonight. Little Lucas will be here. So I'm sure they're going to have a donut for dessert. Are you going to have one, cameraman?
Of course.
Of course. Are you going to wait till tonight?
Of course.
Okay. All right. So this is pretty much combined here. You want to make sure that your baking powder and everything is all mixed in with your other ingredients. So there we go. All right. Next, we're going to add our wet ingredients to this. So I'm going to add in, I should move this a little closer so I can see. I'm going to add in 3/4 of a cup of whole milk. I'll put that in. Okay. Next, we're going to put in 2 eggs that I've slightly beaten. Okay. So we're putting in the milk, the eggs. We're putting in the butter. It's 2 tablespoons of melted butter. It's really a very easy recipe. And if you prepare everything ahead like I did, it's even easier. And we're going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of mint extract, which I have here. This is the McCormick's pure mint extract. So let me get my spoon over here. And what did I say? A 1/2 teaspoon. There we go. And we also want to put in some green food coloring, because what would St. Patrick's Day be without green, right? So I'm just going to put a little bit of this in now till I get it the color I want it. So I'll start mixing this with my spatula again. There we go. Get this a nice, pretty St. Patrick's Day green color. Smells delicious with that mint. And then there's those mini chips in there. It's looking good. I think I'm going to mix it with my other spoon. Put this aside for now. Okay. I'm not sure, but I think this weekend, my little grandson Lucas, who most of you know, will be visiting, and we are going to together do a couple more St. Patrick's Day recipes. Pretty easy ones that I think you're all going to like. They're tried and true, and they're a lot of fun to make. All right, so let me finish mixing this off camera, and I'll be back in a second to show you what we do next. As you can see, I mixed it all by hand. It only took me a minute. And I think it's a perfect St. Patrick's Day color green. So let me show you what we're going to do next. Let me put this aside and take my donut pan, which I've sprayed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these wells about 2/3 of the way full. My hands are clean. If you need your hands, you can use your hands to get the batter off, because it's a little bit thick. So this is all you do. You fill your wells. And after I get all of these wells full, I'm going to put this in my 425 degree oven for approximately 8 minutes. And then once the 8 minutes are up, I'm going to take them out. I'm going to put them on my cooling rack after I pop these babies out. And then I'm going to show you how our St. Patrick's Day magic begins. All right, I took the donuts out of the oven. I made 2 batches. Each batch was exactly 8 minutes. The recipe does yield 12 donuts, but as you can see here, I have 10. That's because I made them a little on the large size. But if you make them all, say, around this size, you'll get 12 donuts. These 2 came out to be big. I guess the cameraman and Lucas can eat those. Okay, so I'm going to put these aside for a second. And now I'm going to show you what we do next. So I'm going to take a little bowl and move this over. I'm just going to use this. This is okay to put in the microwave. Just any type of a microwave bowl. And I'm going to put in there another 1/2 cup of the mini chocolate morsels. I'm going to also add to that 2 tablespoons of butter. And you're going to need some light corn syrup. All we need is 2 teaspoons of light corn syrup. This is 2 teaspoons, so I'll put that in. Now this is going to be for the glaze that we dip the top of the donuts into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Then I'm going to take it out and I'm going to stir it. And then I'll probably put it in for about another 20 seconds because we want it to get nice and smooth. So I'll be right back. I'm heading over to the microwave. Okay, I took it out of the microwave after 30 seconds. You can see the butter's melted and you have the light corn syrup in there and the mini chocolate morsels. And I'm going to give that a good stirring till it gets all dissolved. Well, not dissolved, but creamy. But it's not creamy enough and all the morsels have not melted yet. So I'm going to put it back in there for about another 15 or 20 seconds and hopefully it'll get a little smoother. So here I go, heading back to the microwave again. Alrighty, so I put it in for another 20 seconds and as you can see it's nice and creamy. So I'm going to bring my donuts back over and all you're going to do is dip, let me move these over, all you're going to do is dip the top of the donut in. So let me move my spoon out of the way. And this is what we're going to do. Just going to dip that in. Let it drip down. And I'm going to put it up here. And now I have some shamrocks, little sugar shamrocks I'm going to put on the top. You don't have to do this, but it's St. Patrick's Day, so I'm going to do it. And I have a little of these sprinkles I'm going to put on top. And they look perfect. I'll see if I can hold that up without it dripping for St. Patrick's Day. Now, if you want to put more icing on the top of it, just make more of this. So you can make 2 batches of it. But this is basically what the recipe calls for. So we're just going to dip it in like that. Put it down here. And I'm going to put a few shamrocks on it. And if, as you can see, like on this one, you can see some of the green. You see it? So you get a chance to look at a little bit of the green from the donut. And of course the donut will be green inside. So let me put a few more shamrocks on this. A few more little sprinkles. I put wax paper on the bottom. This isn't dripping, but you know, it's a catch-all for everything else. So I'm going to continue doing a couple more of these for you. I should mention to you that if you've been enjoying my videos and you are not yet a subscriber to my channel, go down below and hit that red subscribe button. There's a little bell next to it. If you press that bell, you'll get a notification from YouTube every time I have a video up. And of course you all know that I try my best to answer all your comments. I love your comments. And of course, thumbs up always helps my channel to grow. So I think these just look beautiful. What do you think, cameraman?
I agree.
They look so awesome. All right. Well, I'm not going to taste one now, but because I haven't had lunch yet, but I am going to save them and we're going to have them for dessert tonight after dinner. So I hope you like them. I hope you like this video. And most of all, I hope all of you have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget to stay tuned because I'm hoping, like I said, this weekend to make some other St. Patrick's Day treats that I really think you're all going to love. So for now, the cameraman and moi, we say to you, Happy St. Patrick's Day. See you soon. Toodles!